Lagos money. Lagos money. Lagos money. Are you not part of the Lagos money? Are you not part of the Lagos money? Are you not a civil servant? Lagos. Does that mean I'm a party of APC? You are not a party. You are the Atiku. Is it mad? Once you say Tinubu is corrupt, you are corrupt. You are corrupt. All you guys, you are a parastatal that will bring bill come from masses. You are a parastatal that will say, bill I'm bringing. What department are you? Are you not town planning people? Town planning says that you are not in town planning. Me, I don't know your office. Don't be town planning. If you don't know something, ask. That is what Tinubu is doing to you people. Tinubu doesn't know anything. And that Tinubu is paying you salary, and you are still there. Tinubu is paying me. But why are you collecting the money? Why are you not resigning? He's not a governor now. He's not a governor. Yes. But he's been there. He created your department. Maybe you don't know. I know you very well. I know you very well. Let me enlighten you. I know you. A governor is a public servant. So there's no corruption in your department. A governor, a Lagosian, elect a governor. Yes or no? He doesn't go to school. And you are a Lagosian. How can somebody which Lagosian be dictating to you, say you are working for your own state, and you say that you are working for somebody in your state? Who doesn't? I'm not working for. They contradict. They don't even know what. They're not the contradict. You see it as they're not the contradict themselves. We know everything going on here. They don't need more. All these ones are just we know this. I'm never part of it, and I will never. And it's time to rise. Whatever this APC brings to Lagos, they must take it back. What is strength in the head?
Yes, good morning, wonderful people. Welcome to the program. This morning, this is Bystanders and Newsers. I'm Christian Atiku. Yes, we are back here once again with the program this morning. I'm here at Abiodun Jago Street. The bystanders by my side, we have bystanders looking at the topical issues, the reports that we have on the newspaper headlines this morning. I'm Christian Atiku. God bless you, everyone. Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. I have the Nation newspaper with me this morning. The Nation newspaper with me this morning. Banks fail to dispense cash in halls, ATM terminals. Banks fail to dispense cash in halls, ATM terminals. How overvoting voided Ademola Adeleke's victory. How overvoting voided Ademola Adeleke's victory. Why Ekiti Cargo Airport is not functional yet by government? Why Ekiti Cargo Airport is not functional yet by government? Only military aircraft is allowed to land on that airport. Suspected land grabbers seal Lagos school. Yes, Bawa is UBA CEO for Africa's operations. Let UBA try and step up the operations. Customers are not okay with the operations of the bank. You can see the pictures here. Many bank users at the banks stranded over the new naira notes, not getting new naira notes. If you want to withdraw from your bank, from the ATM, the maximum is 20,000. If you are not using that bank, probably if you are using GTB, you are going to withdraw in UBA. They are going to also 10,000 naira will be the limit throughout the day. Somebody is saying no money inside the bank. Okay, let's look at Tinubu will use oil to develop Akwa Ibom. Tinubu will use oil to develop Akwa Ibom. Protesters raise APC office to Tinubu Shetima Center. Other reports here this morning. PDP PCC says Atiku will grant Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release if elected president. Atiku will grant Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release if elected president. INEC, we plan to declare election results swiftly. INEC, we plan to declare election results swiftly. Tinubu now, power to elect new leaders rests on electorate. Power to elect new leaders rests on electorate. Protesters barricade road, stone Buhari's helicopter in Kano. Protesters barricade road, stone Buhari's helicopter in Kano. Osibajo backs push for cashless economy, says it will curb illicit election financing. That is what we have on this morning. Yes, another gaffe by Tinubu. Ex-VP has said that Tinubu's constant gaffes tragic and embarrassing. Tinubu's constant gaffes tragic and embarrassing. Okay. Atiku says he has the blueprints to solve peace in South. I have Max Chigozie this morning. Good morning, Max Chigozie. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning, Christian.
I'm really concerned. Every day we come out here to speak on one thing or the other, and yet we are not arriving at any solution whatsoever. Let me just ask this question. Now, on Nnamdi Kanu's case, Atiku says, I'll grant Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional release if elected president. All promises.
If by that you mean the impact of analysis not being felt, I think you are not being truthful. You are not right.
The situation keeps going worse.
Why? Because people are now more, of course, conscious and aware of the situation on ground, and are no longer ready to take no for an answer. And people are now sitting up holding the government accountable. You can see that the level of awareness created now has not been ever in the history of Nigeria. That even I thought we have seen an end to that, but unfortunately this is just the beginning. When I narrated this incident that happened in Katsina State, and some people were about stoning me or taking me to the slaughter, and I thought it was a mistake for the residents of Katsina State to throw stones and an aspersion on their own henchmen who hails from Daura. But I never knew that it was a deliberate and intentional act, a total rejection and a vote of no confidence, which unfortunately the Kano residents are still repeating the same.
They barricaded the road. They had to throw stones at
these are the people who gave him all the moral and the electoral support. They gave him their votes massively in 2015. How come 7 years down the line, the man that sang his song has become the most rejected of them in this current time? You see, and you can understand how young men, these are young men, these are not just very fearless people with stones and all that. They just disrupted the move and tell him that you have been rejected, and there is no two ways about that. This is not coming from Chigozie. Go to the Twitter, it is there. I hope by now Fingers may have seen that, and he may have a rethink, of course, about his perception about Chigozie, that Chigozie is just saying the truth. If the entire Kano indigents or residents could throw stones, even before he landed in a helicopter, did you see that video? The trending video.
I saw it.
They were throwing stones, heavy stones, and that means, as I rightly said, that the other chief that has caught up with Nigeria is inevitable. You see, it is not just coming from Chigozie. In fact, the truth is that if not for the extension of this naira, the deadline, that other chief would have started this week.
So quickly.
Everywhere would have been agog, and that possibly could have started the way forward. But I haven't seen that it has been deferred. Maybe it is a procrastination of the evil day. We are already in that evil day, and talking about election or Atiku, who is a mayor candidate who has not even assumed office, and of course telling us that he will release Nnamdi Kanu is very laughable. Nnamdi Kanu is beyond his own scope. in terms of what he believes and what he professes, what he stood for, and what he has, of course, put his life in line is for the welfare of his own people that have been neglected over the years. For the same reason, of course, the Kano residents are throwing stones, heavy stones, and if they see bomb, they can even blow him up. They start to stone because they didn't lay hands on AK-47 or AK-48. That would have been a different story today.
This is the third attack that the president received.
I can imagine the third attack in the most recent time, right? And was Chigozie the one that instigated the attacks?
That's why it didn't happen in the southeast.
Okay, that is what I'm saying. So if Chigozie was not responsible, and this is about your own people, we even share the same religious affiliation with you. You can imagine now, it is very clear that the problem of Nigeria is not about religion. So people deceiving the masses based on religious sentiments and drive has been proven to be wrong. That hunger does not respect religion. Hunger does not respect tribe. They were casting stone on Buhari because of hunger, because of misgovernance, because they have seen that Buhari has failed them. And some might say that it was sponsored by some political interests. That might not be totally dismissed, but the reality is that the people has rejected the same government who they sang, of course, their praises in less than 8 years ago. It's so unfortunate.
Okay, will Nigerians right their wrongs in these coming elections?
Well, I think it behoves on the Nigerians populace to decide their fates, and whatever becomes, of course, of that should be, of course, their fate and destiny. It is immaterial whatever I say. But the reality is that the Odachi is here with us, and you can see the panic, you can see the uncertainty, of course, already enveloping the space, the political and economic space. And you can see people, even the ordinary traders cannot access the so-called new naira. You can see
And
that
banks are not dispensing the cash.
and even the banks, commercial institutions are not dispensing. So you see, you are trying to make life more miserable to the masses. This is the APC who are craving and yearning to return to power, which most of us here, unfortunately, are still backing them to that effect, to their own destruction, to their own damage. It's unfortunate. People are hungry and hungered, and no money to purchase even basic commodity food. It's no longer accessible by the people. And what kind of life is this? This is a fundamental question. And how can we continue to sustain a system that have failed woefully? Not just failing, but it is very clear. It's something you can feel, you can touch. Unfortunately, the extent of damage done to humanity is irreparable. So the only compensation, of course, that should be given to the masses is to dissolve this entity that have failed, and of course, there is no hope inside of reviving the already damaged and rotten system.
What is that immediate action we need to take? We have a long-term action. What is that immediate action we need to take?
The immediate action, of course, has been set in motion by the aftermath of the Lekki toll gate shooting, where the blood of innocent youth who were just asking for good governance, we are just calling the attention of the government on the necessity, on the things they need to do, and an end to brutality of the support citizens, who unfortunately were murdered because they requested that injustice, maltreatment, and the bullying of the security operatives, and with the conniving of the government should end. They never, of course, took arms against the state. So the template has been set for that oddity, for that revolution. to inculcate the whatever you are seeing now is just it's just a confirmation to that. Today, Buhari has been rejected yesterday and day before yesterday and yesteryears. And possibly tomorrow, Nigeria will also is a sign of rejection and vote of no confidence.
When I hear about overvoting in the Osun election, I'm now looking at how the February 25th presidential election will look like.
I've made that very clear yesterday that you don't expect anything different except you are mentally screwed, except you don't think, you don't envisage what already is happening. If you cannot manage just if you cannot manage one calamity, how can you manage a calamity that has spread across your entire body? The person is mentally unstable. The same person is suffering from meningitis. You can't imbalance. You don't have that balanced posture. The same person is suffering from kidney failure, organ, prostate cancer, and cervical cancer. It's the same person. He has cancer of the cell, of white blood cell, and the same person, you see, is suffering from glaucoma. You cannot see very well. How can you think you can manage that? You see, the only thing you should be doing is, if you really have anything, a will to write, you write a will to your any of course.
That is, if you have a will.
If you have a will, you write a will to the beneficiaries and expect of course the nature's call, and that is just it. So if you cannot manage a state election, and of course you anticipate that 36 states election will be running concurrently, simultaneously. At the same time, you cannot manage it. Then how can you tell me that you can succeed in this? You can run a credible election. You can conduct a credible election that will bring credible candidates, if at all there is anyone among them. Because I do not see, apart from all these mere political propagandas and jingoism, it does not foster any hope. The only hope left for the common man, of course, you can see, like the riots, I would call it a riot, of course, in Kano State. When you see how the people destabilize the entire Kano economic activities, and of course, the peace of the people, as a way of repressing their grief and rejection of not just Buhari, of course, and everyone attached to Buhari, whether you are, of course, his kitchen cabinet or you are part of APC. You are just, that stone on Buhari is not just for Buhari, it's just that it's unfortunate that he was the one, and every of his entourage has been rejected. It's a show of course, rejection and vote of no confidence on the entire APC and whatever APC represents.
Okay,
I don't know
much,
you do agree with that. He's your organ APC man. I hope
he's a journalist.
He's a journalist.
He's a journalist.
Under APC.
He's a journalist. Good morning, Mr. David.
Your governor took loan. I hear say David, you're just coming. You want to seek your state. You will just say your father.
150 billion naira extra loan taken by Okowa. I don't know for what.
For the answer is not far-fetched. It's to support Atiku. I don't want to see.
Mr. Matthew, you defend that as your governor loan.
See, some governors are just self-centered. In this trying time,
This is second loan.
this second loan he took in the space of now.
And the people are there looking at him.
And now he has not bring about any development in the state, just because of for his own personal gain, using the public funds just because of his own personal gain. See, I tell people I would always condemn that, because to me that doesn't make sense. If a governor wants to get a loan, the loan should be for the betterment of his people.
Not for campaign.
Not for campaign. Not for campaign. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that Okowa took the loan for his own personal reasons.
Or is it for the campaign, PDP campaign? Delta State, there was a mobilization.
See, both for Delta State and for the one for the presidency, it's obvious. You don't anybody tell you, because now everything about governance has been shut down. No governor will tell you I am still constructing road. Governors in Nigeria are stopped now. Every politician is now politicking. They are now bringing up strategies on how to win election. So everything about governance now, my brother, you don't stop. Don't wait for government to come and construct any road. Nobody will answer you. You let X-Men kill you now. You don't concern anybody now. Now your road cut into two. No governor come and repair it. Every governor is either going back to Senate, or returning to the government house. So governors in this Nigeria are stopped.
What is happening to Okezie Ikpeazu? That governor, that PDP governor that died.
That PDP gubernatorial aspirant
that died. It seems there is he's in a dilemma to elect a new. He's at the mercy of the chairmanship. That is the PDP National Working Committee. I know they are the integrity group. So I think he has to leave the integrity group to go and
see. Mr. Kusen, the answer is there is no way. Now the chairman of the party needs to write to INEC within 14 days. Now Okezie is not the chairman. Wike is not the chairman.
Wike is the chairman of the integrity group.
He is the chairman of the party. So he will still go back to meet Ayu. But I don't think Ayu would not want to do that. Because now, if he does not do that, his party will suffer at the polls. So Ayu as a sportsman would want to give him the go ahead. Okay. And I'm very sure Ayu would not decline him of that. No. If Ayu does that, that means so Ayu is senseless. Yes. If Ayu does that, so Ayu would not want to do that. So Ayu would always give him a free level playing field for him to decide. So if Ayu is the chairman, there's no way he will want to be the chairman. And the chairman will say he will now refuse to write INEC. It's not possible.
Okay, let's look at APC presidential candidate called Atiku a Senate president.
See, it is so obvious. It is so obvious that every odds is no longer in favor of Asiwaju. Asiwaju has been gaffing. Yeah, see, there are a lot of blunders. Why would a person that wants to contest as president addressing Asiwaju Atiku as former Senate president? When was Atiku ever a Senate president? It shows.
No, he was supposed to say vice president.
See, it shows. Ajia Naimotu said Asiwaju has health issues. It is obvious. You can see the blunder. The blunder is now obvious that Nigerians are saying, are you sure this man is fit to become the president of this country? It's not possible, my brother. You cannot always come. These are minor blunder. Even a child of 2 years cannot call Atiku former Senate president. It's impossible. It shows he's suffering from dementia. It is obvious. Nobody wants to associate themselves with that man.
Okay. Let's look at Emefiele. Emefiele's action political says House of Reps leader.
House of Reps leader Femi Gbadamila is just fighting for his boss. He knows that all the policies does not favor his boss. That is why Femi Gbadamila is saying reps should give. He's not mandating them. That's it. That this policy should be 6 months. And the president is saying no going back. Baja is fighting for his boss because you know that if there is elongation, it will also help his boss. So Baja is fighting for his boss. Have you seen Ahmed Lawa come out publicly and say CBN should extend this policy? Ahmed Lawa will not speak because Ahmed Lawa is not in the caucus. It is obvious. Buhari, you know Buhari, my brother. I tell people, I said, Asiwaju is the cause of why he's not shivering. You cannot go to Abeokuta and say, President Lule, Lemeta, on national TV. I think the president will not hold on to that. He said president did first time, he failed. He did second time, he failed. Buhari will not speak to you. Buhari will wait. Now, you want to say, see, what do you say? You say, they are holding fuel, power their beast. What do you want the president to say? Indirectly, he is referring to the president. Indirectly, because who is holding the fuel? Is it Atiku? No, I'll answer my question.
No, he one time accused PDP. He one time accused PDP.
Of what?
Of sabotaging the crisis.
Oh, wow, wait. Who is the Minister of Petroleum? Buhari. So this is so, you don't need, see, this is not common sense. He's just trying to just hide himself. See, all this he said, I try to make reference of that they are holding fuel and they have changed money. After the mention of that, he went to Zamfara. He took the governor of Nasarawa State, about 4 governors, Zamfara, went to still meet Buhari and beg Buhari. Forget that thing. He still went ahead and beg Buhari. Buhari still went to Katsina on Friday and said, vote for any candidate of your choice. That's why the fact say president self don't collect stone. Is this?
I'm on which happen now.
See, it is also obvious that every odds is not in favor of the ruling party. Buhari is now inflicting pains on people so that see, Nigerians will get.
That means you are supporting representative that says Emefiele's action is political.
It is now.
Okay.
You see, you don't need the to say, yeah. President has said it. He said, I will not hand over my government to criminals. Who is the criminal? We don't know. But see, we are watching. No, we are watching. Either Atiku or Ashwaju, Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are watching. But see, Mr. Christian, look at the defections. There is massive defection going on in North. Yesterday, a House of Rep member decamped from PDP, from APC to PDP. Now, the Northern elders are now begging Kwakwaso to collapse the structure so that North will speak in one voice. You see these people? I think these people, they are gullible. They are not gullible. My brother, see, if Ashwaju emerge as the president, it shows God is. See, like I said, that's what I say. My brother, forget story. This election is also obvious.
He went to Akwa Ibom. See the crowd he pulled in Akwa Ibom.
Ashwaju went to Akwa Ibom yesterday. He now insulted the governor. He said, that boy. Imagine the nonsense. Ashwaju calling a governor, that boy. That boy. And the governor told him yesterday. He said, even not for the fact that he had respect for him. The governor said, Ashwaju asked for stadium. He gave him stadium. Now he still have the country to call him that boy. He said, let Ashwaju see the outcomes of the polls in the states. The government also insulted. He said, outcome of the polls in the states will determine if it's a boy or not.
Okay.
I like the government. He didn't insult him. It's an insult. It is an insult to call a governor that boy. It's an insult. Now, CBN now, there's no money. Bank are not set. Everybody just run helter-skelter. No money in the banking law. You go to ATM.
No fuel. For accounts now.
No fuel. Now, Buhari is not happy because he's not planning in for his government. Why do you want to make it fail? Better. Because no politician.
APC chieftain.
No politician. Now, see, in the period of election, prices of commodities do drop. But this one, it is getting worse every day. Buhari is doing it on purpose. Buhari is doing it, forget study. Buhari is doing it on a purpose. So that when there is hardship in the land, you will be reasonable enough to go to the pool and we get APC. He has a candidate.
Okay, let's look at, he said he will release Nnamdi Kanu if he is elected president.
That one a political statement.
That is Atiku.
This is a political time. Every politician who wants to speak to get the trust of people. So it is now lies on us to choose who we want. Everybody will say, I will do that, I will do that, I will do that. Atiku said that based on his own interest. He wants to gain support from the Southeast. But see, I know that that either of the 3 candidates, if one of them emerge, anybody that emerge will surely release Nnamdi Kanu.
You're not Buhari.
No.
Last time I said it that Buhari will not listen.
Any candidate, either Ashwaju wins, Obi wins, Atiku wins. Any of those candidates would release Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, Adeleke in Osun State. Adeleke.
What happened?
They are going to appeal.
See, that Adeleke saga, did you read the verdict? How can a judge that get a verdict keep saying that a governor is dancing buga? Go and read the verdict. It shows that judge is politician. He's biased. He said, after giving the verdict, he said the governor should not dance buga. That judge is politician. Now, the same judge said, see, he will not go along, he will not follow Beavers, so the server. There were so many evidence before the judge. He said he would not go along with Saba. It was what the judge, lawyer of the APC told him over 40. That was what he would give his own verdict on.
We are heading to...
My brother, that case, we saw what people did in Osun. People came out.
He said it was sponsored.
People came out.
It was sponsored by the governor.
He said what?
It was sponsored by the governor, the protests in
Who's
Osun State.
protest,
In Osun State, people came out now.
People came out. See, you cannot steal people's mandates. People were saying this is not Imo State. It shows the people of Osun voted for this man. In 2018, this same man won. Now, you stylishly took away his victory. And now, the man has won again. Now, you want to see the people are saying no. My brother, this man, Imole has come to stay. Nobody can steal Imole's mandate. Nobody can steal Imole
Don't you think what happened
mandate.
in Imo State might repeat
He
itself?
will not repeat itself, my brother. Nigeria can't fire. Now, why can't he believe on the cyber result? Even if there's voting, how many polling units? Now, you don't get my brother, no case.
Would it affect the election? People are saying if Osun is like this, what about the election?
Really what?
If Osun is like this, even with Beavers, they will be voting. What about the elections?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah, because it shows INEC on their own. INEC on their own did not accept that there was an overvoting. But how come? See, where did the APC get their fact from? And again, this is a fact that the judge gave his verdict. So, my brother, I think there's no case. Nobody has come to stay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I have let's Odogu. Odogu, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, let's start with Buhari has been stoned. This is the 3rd time.
Actually, we know that the reaction will come after the action. We've seen the achieve on Nigerians. Are you talking of petrol? Are you talking of the policy of new Naira notes, which has not been effective? It's not been circulated. The common man cannot lay hands on the new notes. So, and nobody can buy things easily again. Inflation here and there. So, we are expecting reactions. Nobody.
Even the presidential candidate of the APC complained about.
We know. That is why we see an APC government and candidate of presidency, APC, they are attacking themselves.
Okay, APC criticizing APC.
That means we are in APC in a confusion state. They don't know what they are doing again. Thank God they are in this state of dilemma. We thank God that it's obvious that APC government is fading out in Nigeria. It's very obvious. It's fading out in Nigeria. When the APC government is no more popular in Northern, which is 19 states out of 36, go to all the north from Kano down to Abuja. No single state I can boast you APC can win in one state.
What are the crowds that they are pulling in the states?
They are marching, they are paying, and everybody knows. Maybe you see Bauchi now, despite they paid, they have to off the light. Maybe you don't watch the aftermath. They are now shouting Atiku everywhere. Tinubu was there, the president was there. They leave that stage
In darkness.
in darkness. The security has to save them.
Let's come to Lagos. Jando has experienced, they have accused probably APC of attacking his convoy whenever they go to campaign.
We know their style. We are going
But
to.
the APC has come out to debunk that allegation.
We know the APC that style. It's been their style for ages in Lagos. If you know, they always use all these NURT boys, all those Agberu, to intimidate voters, to scare people away. That is why you will see that people are going to be fully out this time around. Lagosians are going to be fully out this time around. We are going to vote en masse for PDP
In Lagos.
in Lagos. Immediately after February 25, Atiku is going to be announced. Just let me.
Today is the 31st.
24 days to go.
31st, the last day of
25 days to go.
You said it's on the last day of January, so I remember.
So today, I'm still repeating it. It's more clearing daily by day. And I'm telling you today, after 25, Obi and PDP are going to work as one.
Obi and PDP. After 25th.
After the presidential election.
Are you not concerned about the Labour Party in this election?
I'm telling you, in North is a factor in this election. Do you understand? The factors of northern states is a big factor in election. That was why I'm telling you, we and Obi we are one. You know, we in 2019 is our running mate.
Yeah, it was running mate too.
And he's still part of us. We are still going to welcome him back. No doubt about that. But I know after the February 25, he's going to work with us.
What about Labour Party sharing? Some people are saying Labour Party has shared PDP votes.
He shared it. No doubt about that. Like Lagos, most of our supporters are in Labour.
And still, you are going to win Lagos State.
I said they are going to work for us in that governorship election. Mark it today. Atiku is going to win the presidency. But after the presidency, the Labour is going to align with PDP.
When do you think this crisis will come to an end? You can't get cash, no fuel, electricity hiking. When will you think this will end?
Actually, maybe after the election, because they are lost in their mind. Both the policy makers and the politicians over there in another angle, they are working against themselves. So, and I don't see Buhari to succumb to Tinubu's with the announcement he's giving.
Is it true Buhari is working against Tinubu?
According to what he said, because I'm not APC, they understand themselves. They are the ones that work together to get themselves into power by fraud, by coup, or whatever means. They get to that place. And when they're now fighting themselves, telling us we are going to be holding them with their walls. They said, hiding fuel, painting Nigeria money, not to allow us to enter, but we are going to win. But we want to see that their format, how it's going to win. We are seeing Southwest now, even Southwest where Tinubu hailed from. I didn't see him winning the 6th state over there. I see them sharing the state.
Okay, let's
when
look
you
at...
go to North, I see Atiku winning 80% of
all the South.
South, if it is not 70, it will be 60. That one is sure. So okay. Atiku is winning with the last.
Let's look at Adeleke in Osun State.
I love that.
Overvoting got APC a judgment by the tribunal.
Thank you, Mama. You see, APC will know even kill us with their comedy stages. You see, when we introduce technology, somebody that very wise and very initiative will understand that when you are credit electronic wise, it can never be overvoted. You see, they did one act, they hacked it, and they are using that one. You see
Okay, they hacked, like what you said, the beavers.
Yes.
And they
now added, you see, INEC has new, but because the tribunal has collected a lot of money, he has to be biased. You see, if you check the judging report,
yeah.
He was telling, you see, what concerned you with the attitude of a candidate? He said he was doing Buga. Hip-hops and doing whatever. That is Bugabi. Does that make sense? Are you telling us what the electoral law that said you must not be hip-hops when you are talking? Is it not personal to you?
It looks partisan using that
Exactly.
On,
so that one is just, they are just using that one to affect APC votes in Osun more. As I see APC losing Osun with a wide margin, with what happened on Friday with that judgment. If you see reactions, with the Osun people, they reacted negatively because that's something was very painful.
Okay, lastly, is Adeleke. Do you see Adeleke coming back?
Very obvious. Nothing can stop him. It's very obvious because the beavers we are talking about is the one we common man are relying on. Do you understand? Because he's the one that will clear us from all those manipulation, all those election rigging. It's his beaver that gave us that hope. That is why the common man are now coming out. Now APC want to draw back. That was why they are now paying the judges to go and destroy that beavers. And you will see what is the reactions of everybody. You see that appeal court is just a one-way. We are going to win the appeal, and they are going to go to the Supreme, and we are going to win hands down. That one is certain. They are just they have wasted their money in Osun. Let them waste more. They should go and pay more to appeal. They should go and pay more in Supreme. They are going to collect their money. APC is a crazy government. They don't understand what is going on again. You see what happened to Tinubu, calling Atiku a Senate president, as Atiku being a Senate president. That is the size. That is why we are telling you, this man is not fit mentally. Somebody that wants to govern over 200 million of Nigerians and is not realizing what is going on. And you think we can trust that person to be in charge with this current situation in Nigeria? No way, APC. They should find way out immediately. Nobody can trust them unless sick person can trust them.
Okay, thank you very much, my guy. God bless you. I have Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
Where is David, that lay allegation? Mr. Matthew should defend Okowa's 150 billion naira alone he said for the election.
I do not work for.
I know you said that.
I'm not an appointee of Delta State government. So, but I read on the page of Nipa, just like every other Nigerian.
You should be concerned because you're from that state. Yeah.
That the government borrowed about 150 billion. So it's not in my position to hold proof.
Okay, critique the action.
Pardon?
Critique the action.
Personally, this is not the first time we have been asking the government to justify the borrowing. Because from what I understand, as a person, if you are borrowing to build infrastructure, and that infrastructure had the capacity to pay back that loan, and the same leverage on infrastructure for revenue generation, that is the right borrowing. But if you borrow for consumption, it's wrong. So I'm joining other debtors and other Nigerians to ask not just Delta State government, any state or the federation or the federal government that borrows should justify and prove that the borrowing is in line with the right borrowing that is meant to finance infrastructural development that will bring back money, that will generate money. So if he's able to prove that, but it's not in my place to start defending the government or holding me for the government because I do not work for the government.
Okay, let's move on. Let's look at banks fail to dispense cash in halls and ATM terminals.
I think, like I always maintain, that if we give CBN the expiration of the deadline, though they have extended it, and we are not seeing result in terms of what they set to achieve, then we'll say they have failed. But personally, like you have been having me on this program, I've maintained that I'm in support of the policy. But I think there's a worrying trend because the situation now is that one, people are returning the old Naira notes and they are not seeing the new Naira notes, and the bank is not willing to give back the old Naira notes. So it's a very precarious situation for Nigerians because there is no way you can have your day-to-day activities, transaction without making use of cash. There are some instances where you say you do e-transfer, but there are some instances where you will be forced to make use of cash. And there are some activities you do, you need cash. So my own take is that CBN, if they know that truly, like they claimed, that they are giving the banks sufficient new Naira notes to give to customers, to load in the ATM machines, they should go to the banks to enforce it. And if the commercial banks diverted it or hoarding it, as CBN alleged, they should move around to enforce wherever it's been taken to. Good thing the CBN governor said the new Naira note have tracking is trackable, that they have some tracking tendency. So they should do all these things and get the new Naira note out from wherever it's being hidden, so that the public have access to it. Because if the public is not having access to it and the bank are using the old Naira note, for me, it's going to lead to chaos, and it is not going to spare it's not going to be a good omen for the society, for the government, and for everybody.
The Nigerians are suffering here.
Definitely.
There should be
I
an
needed
emergency.
If you go to POS operators now, if you want to collect 5,000, they will tell you you must pay commission of 300. 10,000, they will say you must pay 600. Before now, 5,000 used to be 100 naira. 10,000 used to be 200. So, and they will tell you that they don't have access to it. What I'm telling you is even old Naira notes. They will tell you that they don't have access to it. Meaning the players operators that have it may have even lobbied to get it. So for me, I think CBN should redouble their effort in going to the banks. If actually, like they claim, to have given the banks sufficient new Naira notes, they should redouble their effort to go to those commercial banks to enforce that it get to the end users who are Nigerians.
Okay, let's look at what happened to Buhari yesterday. Protesters barricades roads, stoned Buhari's helicopter in Kano. This attack on the president, is that the result of the situation or the new Naira policy?
I think it should be accumulated anger. The people have lost confidence in his government. The people have been enduring him perhaps because he's one of their own. For me, the stoning is a sign of rejection. There's no two ways about it. Personally, I went to Twitter. I saw so many videos trending. Even while he's in the chopper trying to land, people hauling stone at the chopper, whether they get at the chopper or not, the intention shows that it's a sign of rejection. And I can understand that even places where he needed to move by road, it is serious, tight security. For a president who is a civilian president for that matter, to be moving around in the midst of his people under such tight security, it shows that all is not well. So for me, it's a sign of rejection. It's a sign that this government has not lived to its expectation, to the expectation of Nigerians. Because don't forget that before this government came on board, we know what the indices were in terms of almost human endeavor in this country. You see, the issue of power generation, before the government came on board, Fashola made us to understand that the government of Nigeria had the capacity to generate about 20,000 megawatts. As we speak, from the record we have seen, they can only generate about 12,000 and some fraction megawatts. Meaning, what they have capacity to generate, I'm talking about. Meaning, after 7, close to 8 years, they have only added less than 1,000 to our ability to generate. As we speak, when the government came on board, we were made to understand by the records that we were supposed to be generating and transmitting 4,500 megawatts. Yeah. 4,000 megawatts. Currently, the record shows that we are distributing and transmitting 4,500 megawatts. Meaning, after 7 years, this government has only added about 500 megawatts. Is it the issue of security? Before this government came on board, we have a situation where Boga was restricted to Sambisa Forest, to the northeast. But today, under his watch, insurgency metamorphosed into ISWAP, Asaru Terrorist Organization, Killer Henchmen, and all that. So, anywhere you look at, you see things going from good to worse. So it's not surprised that the people are expressing their anger. Personally, I know that the reason they tolerated Buhari this long is because he's one of their own. And I've always expressed that worry that if a Southerner becomes the president, whether an Obi, whether a Tinubu, that the North will not have this patience to endure what they endured under Buhari. And that's the truth.
Okay. Let's look at the Ademola Adeleke case. I like your analysis on that case. Looking at the minority judgment, there's hope for Adeleke at the appeal court.
I don't know whether the camera can capture this.
I saw this report. Yeah. It said Osun APC obtaining complete. That is from
this is a former director
INEC,
from INEC.
Yeah.
From what he said, I read it. He said what happened is, he said as they are doing election, doing accreditation, they upload information in the beavers bit by bit. That what they obtained, what they use is an incomplete report from the beavers.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the judges may not be experts in the workability technology of the beavers. So they will only rely on the certified true copy as being given to them by the commission. And don't forget that it is not unlikely that you have some unscrupulous elements who will be ready to collude with politicians in INEC too.
Okay.
And for me, I've said it from the word go. Even if I've not taken a personal study of the beavers technologically, I said I know that it is a device that is garbage in, garbage out. That somebody must have distorted the information. I said it here the other day. And again, most especially as the man that gave the minority judgment pointed out that APC did not call for the voter register as a supporting document. As such, that makes the argument weak. Okay. It begins to elicit reaction and questions from people. Why should a political party like APC that should know better the importance of voter register in proving your case in an election matter in a tribunal choose to jettison it and rely only on the beavers? So I knew that something was wrong. Okay. So for me, I know that judgment, if justice is to have its place in Nigeria, will not stand. That is my position.
Okay, lastly, let's look at Atiku will grant Nnamdi Kanu Unconditional release if elected president.
I believe any reasonable Nigerian president should do that. Because we have a situation where even the current president, Muhammadu Buhari, said it before now, that he doesn't have interest in that case. When the stakeholders from the Southeast paid me a visit pleading for a political solution. He did say that the court, he will allow the court to rule on it. And as we speak, there's a subsisting court judgment that have quashed all the allegations against him on the basis that the extraordinary rendition have made federal government to lose all the grounds to try him.
Okay.
And for me, I think the right thing to do was for federal government to swallow their pride and allow the man to go. And any government that comes after Buhari and decides to set him free, not just setting him free, and decide to allow the rule of law to prevail by obeying that court order, I think is the way to go.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Have Mazirav, good morning. Mazirav, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Good morning, everybody there. Thank you for watching every day.
You said we are going to use broom.
Yes, I think they started the campaign. I mean, the people of this administration, the champions of this current regime, they started their campaign with broom. That they were going to sweep PDP off or away. Now, this time around, every Nigeria, all of us, we have bought our new brooms. We've come to sweep APC off, sweep them into the bin. It is time to use the broom they bought by themselves to sweep them off. They all are needed to be what? Trashed in the bin. Yes, listen good. We are going to sweep from northern region, northeast, northwest, Kano. There are many rubbiches there. Those rubbiches are represented by human beings, supporters of APC, APC governors, APC presidents, aspirants, those ones that are going to represent them in the house. We are going to start sweeping from northeast to northwest, core north, down to mid-belt, and sweep all of them into the bin. And if care is not taken, we are going to use their broom to sweep across the whole southwest. And when we sweep them, I think you know where they are going to end up. There is the Atlantic Ocean there. We are going to sweep all of them in the southwest into the ocean. Ask me why. They are liars. They come in with many promises, unfulfilled till date. APC government promised us many things. I could not even name all of them here. If I start telling you the manifestos of this evil party, we won't live here today. Manifestos. They promised Nigerians many goodies. And today what we are seeing is blood. A bag of rice, 9 million. Everything increased. Nothing is affordable again in Nigeria. And they are still coming out telling us to vote for them. APC still telling me to vote for them. Me, I was tuned at Ibodo Market. I saw many people in uniform. They see me, they say, vote for APC. This APC you see is good. You see this redesigning of Naira? Mr. President did it to hurt us. It's because of us. Please vote for us. I was like, look at you. Are you kidding me? Vote for you. But when I look around at the Ibodo Market, the responses from those Ibodo Market women, it gave me enough courage to turn my back on them. I did not say anything to them. Because you know, say, if you share just small joke with an APC person, you don't know what thing will happen. Now fight. They will take that as an excuse, and beat you. Because they are all very, very angry. Ordinary advice, infuriate them. Something that does not supposed to infuriate somebody, we make an APC person go berserk with machete, killing people, they go. See, their last resort in this election is, ask me why. violence. Violence. But we are going to stop them. That's their last resort. Nobody is going with them again. Nobody. They come with different opinions. They go with different ideologies. Because surprise me, when we have been suffering and suffering up to 8 years, there are some persons that are
someone to complain.
Very.
Mommy come.
Mommy, come on.
No, let her. Yeah, mommy, just stay here so that they can see you. Okay, this is what they gave me at the back.
The money
At the counter.
I was to take 180,000.
180,000.
They gave me 2,000 naira for transport, and this is the money.
That's bank.
From the bank.
GTB Ogba.
GTB Ogba.
Yes.
Wow.
You went there for 180,000 naira. They gave you this note for transport. They have not given you even up to 20,000 naira.
They gave me 1,000.
Is it GTB?
Ogba, one. Ton money.
Madam, what is it they give you for giving you this?
They said all the money with the taputa, they cannot pay us with the money they had us to return, the old money.
Okay.
And they did not fill their ATM machine.
With
and
new
that,
naira notes.
yes, and that they don't have any money. Because of my age, I'm almost 66, they gave me 2,000 naira for transport.
Madam, from your
Did they
experience,
deduct it from your account?
Of course, immediately.
Madam,
And in fact, I bought another card because they said they only pay at the ATM. So I got another card, 1,000 plus, because I left my card at home. And this is all I got.
from your experience, were there other people who were having access to money apart from
Everybody was crying there.
the
Everybody.
it was a general
It was a general
So
thing.
what do you think the government should do?
God will judge them.
God will judge them.
God will judge them. I don't know what to say.
So
God will judge them.
what other hope you have apart from this? What other hope you have?
and that you have other things you wanted to do with money now.
I did transfer to Sarah, so I want money for transport back home. So and I beg them. No other.
How much is the money for transport?
Maybe 3,500 Uber.
3,500.
I have to return something to her, and she'll give me extra money.
Uber. You came with Uber. Oh my God.
I have 1,000. Can it be? I have 1,000. I went to bank this morning. I didn't get money. So what I spent yesterday, I have 1,000. Can I give you a support? So, just show you. Look at what I have. Look at what I have. So I'll give 1,000.
Mommy, let's go to POS.
The Almighty God will
I'll
bless.
give you 1,000.
Amen.
Let's go to POS.
Thank you.
I've been to 3 POS. They said they don't.
There's one there.
Thank you.
Let's go there.
So
They have done everyone to beggar. Yeah, let me give on my behalf.
so mommy, just manage that and
You know what?
sort yourself.
You know what pains me? I'm buying something for this woman. The husband died, and the party starts today. 31st. They need to get the
Mommy, it's our brother that is killing us. It's a new feeling that is killing us. With this bad policy.
Okay, thank you very much, man. Thank you.
So you can see what we are saying. That's why we needed every Nigeria is needed to sweep APC off Nigerian geography. We don't need them anymore. The broom they came up with is what we are using to sweep them away out of this country. This administration will be thoroughly not only swept off but erased. We are going to erase them from Nigerian geography. We don't want them again. You see what happened to the woman? The woman went to GTB Bank. He was questioning for 180,000. I think someone died or something like that. They were about. Thank you. Do you know how much GT Bank gave this old woman? 66-year-old man was given only 2,000 naira. Many ton naira, 100 naira notes.
Many other instances.
I'm
This is
telling
just
you.
one of them.
No, this is one of them. This is not only one. Oh. Many people are crying. Yesterday, it was only FCMB that paid in their, through their ATM banks. They were paying only 5,000 naira to everybody. If you press more than 5,000, it won't pay. Then 2 days ago, on Saturday, it was only Sterling Bank and First Bank that were paying at the upper axis of Ikeja. Sterling Bank was paying minimum 20,000. Yes, and if you go there,
All banks, not only Sterling.
yes,
All banks pay.
yes. No. Wait. There are many banks, not all banks. Last week, other banks don't pay. Listen and listen.
Okay.
They pay in the banking hall, but there's limits. Then the whole ATM as of last week were empty. I listen to me. UBA was not paying. GTB, they were not paying. I mean their ATM machine. Then if you go to the bank, they will give you 2,000 naira. That's why this woman is crying. They started this since last weekend. Now, see what happened yesterday. The POS merchants, they are paying people, but they will go home with commission. If you are to catch 5,000, POS merchant will collect 500 naira. If you are to catch 2,000, it will collect 200 naira. No, 400 naira. They tax everybody 200 per 1,000 naira note. So you see, it is interwoven. I don't know why it should be like that. I hope that this naira design was targeted to the politicians, but you can see it's affecting market women, it's affecting the retirees, it's affecting both young and old. You see the gory story, the sorry story of this elderly woman now. She was given only 2,000 naira, imagine. It is so nasty, it's a nasty experience. You have money with the bank and you are going to the bank to cash out your money. You are given only 2,000 naira, irrespective of the amount you have in your bank. That is so infuriating.
Okay, let's move on. We have
very infuriating.
We have Buhari stoned in Kano.
Yes, that's is a film. You know, I love that drama yesterday. Buhari went to commission a solar-powered or whatever plant, sponsored by an agency in Kano. That project, federal government is not the owner of that project. He went to commission. It was a project sponsored by an agency. Are you listening to me? He just went there to commission it. You see it? But let me just interpret something. When a man finishes cultivation of his farm, what does he do? What is happening on that farm? You will notice many agama lizard doing what? On top of those heaps, doing their head like this. That they are the one that cultivated those farmland. That was what Leo Buhari to Kano yesterday, and they nearly lynched him. Nigerian president was almost lynched in Kano State.
No, he was at the helicopter.
I know, they were stoning him at the helicopter. And even those young youths had access to AK-49, they would have brought down the helicopter. That would have been the worst disaster in Nigerian history. And if you ask me, I would have loved that. Because somebody that is there, yes, not my president. No, he can never be my president because I have not satisfied, and nobody has ever satisfied with the expectation that Buhari, who is supposed to be in his 90s, has degenerated in age down to 60-something. A very young man like that, no. I have not been given enough conviction that Buhari, who was taller than Ahmed Saraki before, now Ahmed Saraki is taller than he. So nobody has given me enough interpretation about the actual personality or the true person of who is ruling Nigeria. I am not belonging to that group of people, section of people that still says that Buhari is the one ruling us. Are you listening to me? No, he went to Kano and his job, his works, all his hypocrisies would have knocked him down yesterday. It would be that those boys laid their hands on him. I think we would have been talking about skeleton and the remnant of his bones. Yes. See, whatever a man do on earth, nemesis, karma, is following you. You are pretending and pretending and pretending. You don't know every chemical nomenclature too well of Nigeria. You don't know Nigerian geography or topography too well. You are telling us that you are from Katsina or that you are Buhari. You have not come to us and proved yourself. They are hiding a lot of things at Aso Rock. There are many things they are managing and stage managing. Stage managing. Buhari has been stage managed from 2017 till date. And nobody ever believes us when we are crying out to the world that we are having a strange man at Aso Rock. Nobody is giving us listening ear. It was only a few politicians that are stubborn, like Adam Ochomole, Rocha Sokorocha, and the rest of them. And Nnamdi Kanu, why isn't Nnamdi Kanu said it? And exactly what Fayoche said in February, March 2017. Fayoche's wife is a prophetess. He saw it coming. Fayoche blown it out of proportion that Buhari died February, March. UK.com news, UK news carried it. Everybody saw it. Queen Elizabeth observed silence, and where on earth did that death certificate emanate from?
Atiku said, I will grant Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release.
No! Atiku is not the one that will release Nnamdi Kanu. No. We don't want to use Nnamdi Kanu to play politics. If you want to play politics, we will tell you that you are playing politics. See, We are no longer Tata. When I was Tata, I think like a Tata. I speak like Tata. And it's not now that I'm heavily buried. I think we can see a maturity in a man here. No matter how you skim it, Oga, we can write crime stories, seal it up, and then dust it. Good story that's sweet. This one is not sweet enough. Atiku should go home and rewrite another story. This one is not sweet at all. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, no. It is not his priority. He is going to do becoming Nigeria president is not his priority. No! Nnamdi Kanu will come there. Nnamdi Kanu is free. Court has freed him. Who is going to release him for what? So that Igbos will say yes. Atiku is. Which Atiku? Okay, Atiku should pack well. Atiku should pack one side. Let us go and mirror Nigerian constitution, whereby from one page to the last page there is no Christ there. But we are having over 73 numbers or places where Sharia is mentioned in Nigeria constitution. We are having over how many number times where Muslim are mentioned in Nigeria constitution. We are having how many number times where Kadif, I don't know the meaning of Kadif, was mentioned in Nigeria constitution. But single Christianity is not there. Nobody has talked about Christ in Nigeria constitution. Nowhere. But Muslim, Sharia 73 times in our constitution. Who championed and wrote Nigeria constitution? Who authored it? Who are the authors of Nigerian constitution? That is my question I start to dig out today. I want to investigate those people that edit Nigerian constitution from 1979 till date, or those ones that edited it then. Why not mention both religions? Traditional religions, people that are pagans, worshiping idols. They are human beings. One day they might be converted and start worshiping God. Why not mentioning something like that there? Idolatry, idols. Why not mentioning Christ, Jesus Christ? Do you know the populations of the world that are Christians? In Asia, Christianity is what? Developing, expanding, growing like wildfire on daily basis in India, Pakistan, China, and the rest of Far East Asia. And no Christian, no Christ in Nigeria constitution. Is Nigeria a secular country, secular state? Or are we Islamic Republic of Nigeria? If you count the number of times they mention Quran, you understand? Quran, whatever words like Muslim, Sharia, Kadif. My brother, let me tell you, Nigeria, you and I are living, we don't know what is happening here. We don't know the meaning of Nigeria. We don't know anything happening in Nigeria. Our politicians in southern Nigeria has what? Cover all of us, our eyes. We are all blind. We are not seeing well. Tell me the reason why Sharia should be mentioned in Nigeria constitution. No reason. Christian has not given me reason. None of you here has given me reason. Even Kunle has not given me reason.
Was one of the pioneers of that constitution.
You, an Igbo man.
Wrote, one of the persons that wrote the 1999 constitution.
An Igbo man.
Was consulted. Go and do your research. Yeah. That's why I didn't want to say anything. Go and do your research.
What do you have to say about it?
I have Mr. Kunle. Only person. Kunle on the essence.
When people like you are disobeying, this Baba must be a strong agitator. Agitation when he was, you must be a strong agitator when you are.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on.
They somehow.
Buhari stoned at Kano. Protesters barricade road, stone Buhari's helicopter in Kano.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Let me greet my fellow brothers there.
They have already gone.
Funny guys, all of them. They've gone?
No, they are on
watching me, everybody watching me. Good morning, good day to you all. So Buhari being stoned is not a new thing to me. Anybody that failed to perform, anybody that puts the citizen into hardship needs to be stoned if he
the office of that president.
What's the office respected? The man in charge of the office respect itself. Look at what is going on as we are now. We are talking as if we are isolated from the problem going on there. Go to ATM. That woman, I just followed that woman to ATM.
I met you this morning near the bank.
Yes.
I just gave my last card to that woman. So I understand what you're saying.
That's you know how many people have. I saw an ice cream on the street and I wanted to buy ice cream. People never even take any request from me. They started picking up the ice cream from me and they put a debt on me. I paid. Yes, I paid. I have to pay for them. So the way the country is now, somebody will put you into this kind of
calamity, and you will still say you'll be smiling with him. And I think I want to go, no matter how bad you people are presenting Tinubu, that voice he raised, that why all this first scarcity, devaluation, I mean the changing of currency at the same time, two hardship policies, first scarcity and the changing of the naira notes. Why is it coming at this time? And you spent 8 years on the throne. Your 8 years will expire in May, and you are doing that policy, killer policy, with the alliance with our own brother too, Godwin Emefiele. What he's doing is so. I mean, you want to go to bank now? You want to withdraw money? If you have 10,000 to withdraw, the money has to start coming 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 till 10, and that's when 1,000 is coming. The charges will follow it up. So why are the two of them are bringing policy that is going to impoverish the average citizen, average Nigeria? Let truth be told. If it's my brother that is involved, I will criticize him. So, but the youth, yes, it's a bad policy as it is. It's a bad politics as it is. It's a bad policy. You say I'm blaming. What am I going to blame? When is the one in charge of the monetary policy? And the fiscal policy belongs to the government. But we don't have any government that monitor the economy? No. As the government in power monitoring the economy as it is, and the economy has fall yakata. That's just it. The economy has gone down to the down, to the downstream, man. And somebody is now telling me, who is in charge of our CBN governor? Who is our CBN governor? Go to a Bank of America. When you go to Bank of America or you go to the Treasury of America, it's a Nigerian like you. It's even now, maybe it may just take 2 years from you, Wale Adeyebo is the one in charge of the Treasury. Deputy Treasury, governor, in America, and he could be able to stabilize the American dollars. Look at dollar as it is now. Compare naira to dollars. And that is the work of monetary policy, people in charge of the monetary policy, right? The fiscal policy, the policy stakeholder has to checkmate the monetary policy holder. And we are here. That's why I say we youth, we don't know what we want. And somebody is talking about constitution now. That constitution should be now our #1 priority. Let there be devolution of power. Let there be constitutional comfort. Our brother tried, Mr. Jonathan tried the other time. But what's the result? Can they implement it? Who is scared of anybody to implement the constitution? Because it's that constitution that will bind us, that will stop all these leakages, that will stop all this corruption, that will stop all this abnormality. And some people are down there saying rubbish with their ethnic bigotry. No. We have to start telling ourselves the truth. Everybody coming here ranting. You should check them well. I think there's a time now we need a psychiatric evaluation for every citizen in this country. If you are looking for a job, they have to go and check your psychiatric, evaluation. They do psychiatric evaluation for you. Because that's what Nigeria need. A lot of madmen in clothing. A lot of madmen in clothing.
Okay, let's look at other reports here this morning. We have treated one of banks and that of Buhari. Let's look at what happened with Tinubu calling Atiku a Senate president.
See, to me, as it is, it's a blunder. And if it's a blunder, we want to carry along. It's politics they play, and it's campaign time. Everybody knows that Atiku has never been a Senate president. The only thing Atiku was about being was the governor of Adamawa. He was supposed to be governor of Adamawa before Obasanjo went to pull him out, say, come, I will want to honor some of my allied, which is, what's it called? Which is Shehu Musa Yar'Adua. Yeah. He just used Atiku to compensate Shehu Musa Yar'Adua likewise. Why during the second term, the 8 years expiration of Obasanjo's regime, he now used his brother. That's the same Yar'Adua. Right? Same Musa Yar'Adua. What's it called? The other Yar'Adua that died. Musa Yar'Adua. Now compensate him compensated him for, you know, his brother loyalty to him.
Okay.
So those guys, Atiku, everybody know that Atiku was never a senator. So slip of tongues, slip of tongues, slip of tongues, I'll say. And nobody is perfect. The language we are even talking about this English is not even supposed to be our own, language we should be speaking here. That's why we say when there's devolution of power, I'm in my region, I will be able to speak Yoruba to me, to my fellow citizens. And if you're coming, you want to start speaking your English, they will be translating your English into Yoruba. Look at all those francophone countries. They never dare go and start speaking English. Some of them can speak English because they are global people, like Qatar. Qatar that won election in Cote d'Ivoire the other time is a World Bank, he speak English fluently, he speak France fluently. But when he gets to occasion, he wants to bring out his real identity, that I'm a French person. No matter ECOWAS meeting you are doing, I will speak in French. All this grammar way with the talk said, he has occupied a lot of our thinking that we forget that who we are. Yes, we got pride. Thank you, Daddy. We got pride of all this grammar for nothing. We got pride of it. And same thing with our religion. Same thing with our religion. Somebody is talking about religion the other time. What will religion help? Nigeria don't need all those religious sentiments now. We don't need that religious sentiment. If we can even go back to our traditional, religion. Now, look at what is happening, for God's sake. I think you hold enough to have witnessed one or two swearing in of the presidents we have in this presidents.
They swear with the Bible and the Quran.
They swear with the Bible and the Quran. And after the swearing, when they get to power, what really happened? What really happened is that you carry Bible now, and you are swearing to the Bible, say, God, provide this for me. When you provide this for me, this is what I would do. And you immediately left that, podium. You've forgotten what you do. So those are the sins that we are committing with all this religion. We say we are religious, but we are not godly.
Okay.
We are not godly. You see an average Nigerian who wants to prove a saint. And it's only Nigerian you want to see. You will see a saint that is holier than Pope. A devil calling a devil. Calling a dark black kettle, calling a kettle charcoal. So what's the difference? They will come here, they start praying, go hey. But that prayer, are they putting it to work with their hatred, blackmailing? And those are in the Bible, God said, love your neighbor as yourself. But all these ones, they are blackmailer. This is the only country that is worse of blackmailer.
Thank you very much.
The country is worse of blackmailer. The country is worse of character assassination. The country is worse of cyber, No, we are friends. We are family. We are friends. We are family.
I'm very happy.
We are friends. We are family. And I want us to even be organizing a cocktail for ourselves. Maybe take you to, it's always good. Like the one we did in, what's that guy called? That swallow. We had swallow. Now feed well.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tukunle is talking like his brother. Agbado, Ewa, Dare, na him be him own, Bele. Shall we pray? In Jesus' name. Our Heavenly Father, God Almighty, I thank thee, I praise thee, I magnify your name for making it possible for us to gather here by this time. I thank you for the sunshine you give unto us. I thank you, O Lord God Almighty, for our fans abroad who are watching us, who love what we are doing. Lord, be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. Abba, Father, I still thank thee on behalf of Philip TV, who made it possible for us to be here to have this avenue to speak out. I thank thee on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu, whom you still sustain, whom you still keep alive. Lord, be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. I thank thee on behalf of Simon Ekpa and his autopilot group. No matter autopilot, he is an autopilot, IPOB autopilot, and all the whole supporters and finance of autopilot. Lord, I thank thee on their behalf in Jesus' name. I thank thee on behalf of Sunday Bohu, Amateku, Odua Republic. Father, be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. Even I thank thee for the Nigerians that their eye has had open now, mostly in Kano. I say, Lord, be blessed, be magnified in Jesus' name. Abba, Father, be glorified, be magnified in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. I am Mr. Paradeni Okokondem in this Republic of Biafra, lead by Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
I'll just ask one question.
Yeah.
Atiku says that I will grant Nnamdi Kanu unconditional release if elected president.
Atiku should go and sit down.
If he becomes the president.
If Atiku don't know the word or the words he will use to do campaign, you should go and relax. Okay, is it now that he's boasting with Nnamdi Kanu that can be able to win the election? What are the previous ones? Why can't you win the election? Now, they should leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. They should leave Biafra alone, not to politics. They should not drag Biafra into politics. They don't use Biafra as a word of politics. Please, whosoever know Atiku, whosoever can reach him, tell him to use another word he can use to deceive Nigeria, to use them to deceive Nigeria. He cannot save Nnamdi Kanu. He cannot bring Nnamdi Kanu out. He's not the one that put Nnamdi.
President.
Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any crime. Nnamdi Kanu is a free man. God have freed him. Whosoever hold him here, hold him in form of hatred. Because there's no charge because they put on him. Both Soludo, who said I'm going to bury him. Both Atiku, all of them are failures. All of them don't know what they're saying. Are you going to release person who did not commit crime? What crime did he commit that Atiku is saying I'm going to release him? What crime? Tell me the crime that they can commit. That Atiku said I will release him. They just hold him there in jealousy. And now remember, I'm still looking for United Nations and the European Union and the other international bodies that give Nigeria ultimatum of 11 months, of 6 months. I want to see what they are doing. Now the ultimatum have expired. Today, 31st of January, the ultimatum have expired. I'm looking for United Nations to know whether they are toothless bulldog. To know whether United Nations, European Union, whether they are toothless bulldog. They come back, but they cannot bite. I will just want to know whether they are in the United Nations for mouth, whether they are in the United Nations to pick up resolution against Libya, against Iran, whether they are in the United Nations to pick resolution against Russia, but they cannot pick any resolution against Nigeria. Is Nigeria tougher than Libya? Is Nigeria tougher than Iraq? Is Nigeria tougher than Russia? But they pick resolution, go to section so that they permit them to commit murder. But in Nigeria, they cannot pick it against Nigeria. I'm watching them. I'm looking at them to know how they are playing the international politics. Anytime they will rise up against Biafra. Look at the war we fought. Look at how all of them turned their back against us. We suffered for almost 4 years. And Nnamdi Kanu registered IPOB under the United Nations. It's an international body. And they look at how we are treated, how we are killing, they keep silent. This is the war. Because they benefit more when we give them oil and gas for free. That's what they are waiting for. British will running up and down. Running up and down. That is why all the whole colony of British, there's no peace there. British is the most problematic nation in the world. All the whole problem of this world caused by Britain.
What if Peter Obi wins? Won't he release Nnamdi Kanu?
Peter Obi win where? Where is he going to win? Who will vote for him? Where is his base? Are we not his base? He's Biafra nation.
He's a Nigerian president.
He's a Nigerian. You have to have a root. Where is the root of Peter Obi? Is it not we that he keep up on?
He said his structure is the ordinary Nigerian.
Who's the ordinary Nigerian that votes for him? As we are fighting hard to stop election in Biafra land, if we don't election is not hold in Biafra land, for where we build the P2B base to have the number of the vote he wants. P2B will release Nnamdi Kanu. Haven't talk anything about Nnamdi Kanu. P2B will release Nnamdi Kanu. That the Biafra have died since 52 years ago. You never support IPOP. Eh? Is it who released Nnamdi Kanu?
He said he would dialogue with
where he was
agitating.
Where that he have already shown you his color. P2B did not have his hatred concerning Biafra. They already shown you.
Hatred?
Yes.
That's hatred.
P2B has a hatred. Look and let me tell you. Ojukwu when Ojukwu was about to die, Ojukwu called P2B and hand him over Apaga, hand him over Igbo rest. I mean, Ojukwu die. P2B the camp.
Abga is a Nigerian political party.
But listen, but it's a founder. Ojukwu was the founder.
Abga is a Nigerian political party.
Yes, but
so is Labour Party.
Now, when Ojukwu died, P2B dumped Apaga, John PDP. From PDP to Labour. Tell me, after the death of Ojukwu, tell me what achievement, what good thing P2B have done to any Igbo man, to any Igbo land. Show me.
As governor.
As a prominent man, as a man who's supposed to lead us, as a man we're supposed to follow. Have P2B one day rise up against the marginalization of Igbo man? That why is it who got release Nnamdi Kanu? Who never wanted think of Nnamdi Kanu?
Atiku will be able to release.
Atiku can. It's not Atiku not a flan man. So can you release a person whom you feel that is against you? Atiku is a flan man. They are those that are fighting for Nigeria to be one. They are the ones that are fighting to drain the economy of Nigeria. They are not drinking the oil of Nigeria. They want to raise Nnamdi Kanu, bring Nnamdi Kanu out to come and take it away from Nigeria and take their property away from Nigeria. Do you think that is possible?
Okay, thank you. No, I told you.
Only one question.
Only one question.
Okay. Time don't finish.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
You know data now, Data. You know how the country be, so you don't need to. You need to understand.
Listen to me. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokonde in this Republic of Biafra. Lead by Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Simon Ekpa and Otto Palo Group. Long live Biafra win the war. Biafra win the war. Biafra be restored. Be restored in the name of our Lord Jesus. IPOB, autopilot, on our Hapanona. Chineke boy. Jesus Christ.
Let's have Mr. Odesichima. Just Mr. Odesichima this morning. We don't have much time on the program. Good morning, Odesichima.
Good morning, Mr. Christian, and good morning to Fleet TV. Kudos for giving us a. We said Atiku will release Nnamdi Kanu if he wins. That is a political strategy. Okay, to answer. Has won his case, so Atiku should not carry us into because he wants to Nnamdi Kanu as a stool that our votes. That one apart. Secondly, Buhari being shown by his kinsmen simply signifies that Buhari is a total failure. Because for me, if somebody is pursuing me, if I'm outside there, and the only place I'm heading to is my home to go and have safety. If you cannot be received by your people with open arms and you'll be safe, that means you have failed beyond all reasonable doubt. Secondly, thirdly, the difficulties Nigerians are passing today is because of the incompetent administration headed by Muhammadu Buhari and the incompetent people he put into offices based on his tribalism and bigotry character. And don't forget that most of these people that are under this administration of Buhari are the same set of people campaigning for Tinubu, and they are going to be compensated at the long run. They are the same people that are going to be given offices. That means anything short of Peter Obi in this administration, in this election, that means it's an effort in futility. I want to address one thing here. Mr. Okokonde, with all due respect, sir, you always come here and be shouting, no election, no election, no election, Biafra land, but you are in Lagos. You stay in Lagos. Maybe in the last 3 or 4 years, you haven't visited your hometown, and you are here always instigating violence over there in the east. You are an aged man, and you're supposed to refrain from all this. Respect your point with all due respect, sir. But I want to remind you one certain thing. Whether you like it or not, there must be an election in the southeast. Even if you like, go and bring all the tanks from Russia and put in the southeast to fight people that are coming out to vote. There must be an election. Even if there is one body or two people that voted, it must be counted. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is stupidity. Now, for me, I know that the Igbos have been marginalized. That is the truth. Everybody knew it. And we are trying every possible means to stop this. Now we have fought, we have done this, we have done the other one. Now let us use our plan B. And vote for Peter Obi. First time in life that an Igbo man, all the tribes in Nigeria, they are massively. Let us try out and know whether things will change. Peter Obi is going to strategize all this mess that these people are messing up. Let us go back to the government. Regional government is as good as Biafra. You guys should be using your brains when doing things. Don't come online here and start talking analysis. Are you getting me? Let me also say something here. I hope everybody heard what Tinubu used yesterday, that referring to Atiku as the senior president of Nigeria. This is not what. This is not Tinubu, with all due respect, he's an old man. He's a baba. He ought to be my grandfather. I respect him a lot. But honestly, let us be sincere. Tinubu is incompetent to handle Nigeria at this point. Tinubu is sick. Those that are supporting Tinubu, they're just packaging Tinubu to sell an expired and rotten product to Nigeria that will hurt us at the long run. Anybody supporting Tinubu is doing that out of his own selfish interest for any monetary gain or something or appointment that they will get at the long run. Someone like me that comes out here every time to support Tinubu, he's not supporting Tinubu because he wants Tinubu to go to the office. He knew that if Tinubu enters office, he will have grants somewhere in Lagos. They should stop fooling people. Hajia Najatu has come out to open some kind of words about this Tinubu of a man.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr.
He will be talking another thing. He will be talking another thing.
No time.
God bless.
No time. Thank you very much. Yeah, till tomorrow for the next. Everyone for supporting that woman. God bless Mr. Christian. Whatever you do, God is going to replenish. Yes, God bless every other person that supported that woman here this morning. You never get stranded in life.